The NBA Finals. I've been watching everyone's reactions on Twitter to the finals, and I have to say, it fascinates me the way that every sports fan loves to pass judgment on everyone else's reasons for being a sports fan. The two things I learned last night on Twitter are, one, if you root for the Heat, that means you have no integrity and no moral compass. And two, if you root against the Heat, that means you clearly have deep-seated psychological issues from your childhood, or else why would you hate them so much? Whatever team I'm rooting for, I have perfectly good and logical reasons to care about them. Whatever team you're rooting for right now, you're just being irrational. That right there is almost every sports fan's favorite argument. And I think the reason we enjoy that argument so much is deep down we all know that all of us are being irrational. Deep down, we all know that there is no good, logical reason to invest emotion in any sports franchise. Deep down, we all know that it's really just a bunch of millionaires running up and down the court with the ball so they can help their owners keep on building unnecessary stadiums and getting rich off of corporate welfare. We all know that. But the games are more fun if we pretend we don't know that. And that's why we like those arguments. When we argue about which one of us has a good reason to root for our team, we're helping each other pretend that there is a good reason to root for any team. That communal suspension of disbelief is what makes it possible to be a sports fan. That unspoken agreement we all share to help each other pretend this stuff matters is the fabric of sports culture. And that is why LeBron James was so wrong to say what he said last night. Last night, the press asked LeBron James what he had to say to all the people that were rooting against him this year, and his answer was, all the people that were rooting on me to fail, at the end of the day, they have to wake up tomorrow and have the same life that they had before they woke up today. They have the same personal problems they had today. What? No, you can't say things like that. All that stuff is true about people who root against you, but it's also equally true about everyone who roots for you. That's not an argument against your haters, that's an argument against being a sports fan. You're messing up our unspoken agreement to pretend sports are good for us. That's like a drug dealer telling his customers, you know after you come down from this, you're just gonna be more depressed, right? Nobody ever says that. That's the 11th crack commandment. You don't remind your customer that his habit is unhealthy. Your whole relationship is based on pretending you don't both already know that. LeBron, we already know that this game you're playing has no real effect on our lives. We already know that we're gonna have all the same problems whether you win or lose. But our relationship with you is based on pretending that we don't know that stuff. So if you start saying that stuff out loud, you're ruining the magic, LeBron. That's not fair. You're hitting us below the belt. You're breaking our sacred covenant of pretending this stuff matters, LeBron. And if you keep doing things like that, if you keep reminding everybody that sports doesn't matter so much, bad things could happen. You might accidentally convince people to start reading books and hanging out with their kids more. Do you want that to happen? You might make sports fans decide to volunteer in their communities or get involved in local politics or something. Do you want that? Do you want us to turn off the TV and start actually focusing on our problems and trying to fix them? Because that would be horrible. We don't want that. We want to avoid our problems. We want to pay you millions of dollars to distract us from our problems. Why are you trying to mess that up, LeBron? Work with us on this. I think we've got a good thing going. I understand you need to let off steam and hit back at the proverbial haters from time to time, but you can't say those kind of things that ruin the magic for everybody. We are all connected in one overinflated sports industrial complex, LeBron, and we need to take care of it together. We want to keep on caring about the game you play. So we need you to stop threatening the vast and fragile ecosystem that is built upon pretending that this stuff matters.